Jump into drafts, ladies and gentlemen, between Evos Legends and as well as Alter Ego. Game 2, Evos Legends will have the first pick here, so already a switch. Already a very different ban as well from side of Evos Legends. They opt for a Julian ban, and from side of Alter Egos is that a Kai.
Ooh, I wonder if Evos will try and not gamble, but trade that Beatrix for a 1-1. Right? We've seen the Clover is absolutely critical with that 1-1. So Alter Ego, if they want to, maybe, right, both teams don't ban these marksmen, they can like play around with these picks. They will have the opportunity to secure 2 instead of 1 though, and that might be something that's too expensive for the side of Evos. Alter Ego will respect the 1-1, and Evos will they try and force Alter Ego to ban the Beatrix as well.
I like the change already though for Evos Legends. They went for the blue side this time with the first pick. They do have a little bit more room to play with when it comes to those prio picks, right, Arashi? Like the Beatrix we mentioned, the Valentina as well. And I think Evos Legends might just do the same thing Alter Ego did. Now, leave open the Valentina, leave Faramis open as well. Let Alter Ego ban it, or let Alter Ego trade it, right? Let's see. Again,
like
Evos Legends, last time they banned the Julian, they banned the Fanny, which is interesting, right? Because we've seen Taz on the Fanny. They have been able to win a couple of games on it, but there you go. They changed something here. They've opted to go for the Valentina ban instead of that Masha.
So they do not want to somehow gamble. They do not want to go to the same route as they did in game 1. Arashi, Alter Ego last ban here. They have an opportunity to open a lot of heroes here. But again, are they going to take the risk?
The Beatrix, man, that is a question. Will banning 2 marksmen just be too expensive for Alter Ego right here? They have a lot more things to be concerned about. Again, Evos, they're a team that's doing really well. They're up there in the standings. So Alter Ego, they for sure need to respect some of the other comfort heroes as well. They will ban out the Faramis knowing that the Valentina will not be available. Because Evos, that's how they like to roll. But now, will Evos pick up the Beatrix, right? That is not the case.
They actually pick up the Paquito.
Wow.
Yeah, the hero that was banned in the first game, and this time it's Pendragon on it, right? It's not Psychot, so
that's so unfortunate.
It is unfortunate for Psychots especially, but we'll see. Alter Ego now. At this point, right, we did see Beatrix get a whole lot of success with the Cho. Want to just pick it up, right? It's prio, not for everyone, but it's prio for Leo Murphy, definitely. Put him on the Cho, just put him on the Cho, all right? He is lethal. He gets the MVP every single time he's on the Cho. I don't expect them to go for anything else. The Cho was the main reason as to how they were able to enable Nino.
I think to add sauce here, Alter Ego can pick up a Bellman. Just like, you know, Bellman and as well as, Beatrix and Lilia here.
Okay.
They're going to prioritize these 2 heroes. What do you think, Rashi?
Well, they go for a strong mid lane for Udil as well, knowing that the Julian and the Valentina are no longer on the table. So Alter Ego want to make sure that he is on a hero that he is comfortable with. And then, if Evos want to try and deny the 3rd pick being the Cho, they can pick it up for themselves, but I don't know, Taz can use it. We've seen him use it in the mid lane. It did counter the Beatrix when they're up against Geekfam, I believe. They just one-shot the Beatrix at every fight using the Way of the Dragon combo with a full damage Cho. But that won't be the course of action they go for. They pick up the Melissa and they use the Masha to try and counter that Beatrix. But now, will the Cho actually make an appearance?
It's pretty solid by Evos Legends, but I do think that now that I like the Masha pick, actually. Never mind. Sure, it does remove the flex potential of the Paquito, but still, the Masha is a very solid counter towards the Beatrix. You can dive towards her, and you can basically make her a non-factor, but this only works if the Masha does well in lane, or even just goes even, right? If she goes even in lane, she's going to be pretty good. And the fact that they picked up Melissa to synergize with this Masha is pretty solid as well. Melissa is going to be able to win the lane up against the Beatrix early on. Once Beatrix gets level 4, once she hits the power spike, it can turn. But Alter Ego, another solid pick coming in from them. They pick up an Esmeralda to face up against the Masha in the XP lane.
Right now, Alter Ego, their composition looks so solid. They have a great amount of wave clear in the early game. They have good late game potential as well because Beatrix and Esmeralda, they're just that good. Later on, to try and burst through the Masha, they can rely on Udil doing a lot of damage with that Lilia, with the spammable nature of her spells. So far, it's looking really good. Not a lot of flex picks, but now a head-to-head between Nino and Clover. It's the Claude against the Beatrix, and we've seen that Nino came out on top in the previous game.
It seems like here, What can they do here in the second phase? Seems Alter Ego trying to limit the hero pool from side of Dreams. But I do want to add this. Let's not forget Pi on Esmeralda. Very effective, very efficient. He just knows the in and outs. And Evos Legends, can they find the formula here to take on Pi's Esmeralda?
We did see the Esmeralda in the first game do pretty well, right?
Very well.
Insane, actually. But in the second game, against a Masha, against a Melissa, she might actually be, I don't know.
Vulnerable?
I think Alter Ego need to actually ban out the Lunox, right? Because the Lunox becomes a very good answer towards that Esmeralda. Up against lane as well. Against the Lilia, it's not that bad, right? Lilia does have the upper edge, obviously, but wow, come on. Gonna be banned out again by Evos Legends. It doesn't seem like we will see an Amon game at all.
Right. Evos, they seem to be trying to make sure that Sally Boy doesn't get a comfort pick, but he's just pulled out the Yin out of nowhere. What other cards does he have hidden from us? That is the main question that must be plaguing the minds of Evos Legends right now. For Alter Ego, as you mentioned, getting the Lunox out of the way will also secure some security for the backline, because if the Lunox has even a slight window of opportunity, that burst damage will come through. And I think Alter Ego do not want to deal with that.
I agree. I mean, Alter Ego here with this last ban. I feel like they should ban out the Biggie here just for insurance here. But then again, they do not have any CC, and there you go. The Lunox ban comes through as we predicted here. Evos Legends, though, one last ban here. Perhaps towards Sally Boy.
Jungle, Ling.
Ling again?
Actually, now that they've picked up a Melissa, they might actually just leave the Ling open, right?
Right.
It's very hard for the Ling. I think the only thing that can really get in, the damage it can get in, is, I don't know, Tempest of Blades is alright, actually. Like, because the Divine Blade, you don't need to be melee range.
Yeah.
You just need to be close range, and the go away isn't that far away from that range. So, with the Ling, you can still deal damage. I don't know, though. You picked up a Paquito, you picked up a Masha. That's already two heroes that I think Cho becomes a very solid ban here, but they go for the Ruby instead. Again, I don't know. I think Evos Legends are playing around that Melissa. Knowing that she has the go away, the Cho can't really go for those crazy plays. But again, it's all going to come down to execution. On paper, yes. Clover, if he pops that go away, Cho can't really do anything to pick anyone off. But one slight miscalculation is all Alter Ego need, and I think they want to gamble that. They want to go for that gamble. They want to take that risk, pick up the Cho right here. A hero that's just, at this point, Cho is Leo Murphy. Leo Murphy is Cho.
Or perhaps they can go for the Atlas route here. Last pick, force out of Alter Ego.
I don't know.
So they could secure Silly Boy's hero first, then see the response from side of Evos Legends, and then they pick up an Atlas. We'll have to see. No, they will secure the Roamer first here as they pick up a Grox. Evos Legends, what are they going to respond with?
It's a Grok pick for Alter Ego. More security when you're searching for info, and with the backup coming in, it's not bad. And with the right wall, it can really make distance between Evos Legends. You know, it can divide the team into two places. So there is potential here. And right now, they have a huge advantage in the wave clear department. Every single member, every single hero Alter Ego has picked can clear the waves really, really fast. So Evos, they might want to be a bit careful here and assume that Alter Ego is going to be roaming a lot.
It's not within Alter Ego's playstyle, but I do want to say this, right? There is a possibility for Alter Ego to flex this Esmeralda into the jungle, play the Grok in the roam, and pick up a Uranus in the XP. Now that the Dairoth is picked up as well, they can go for something like the Uranus. Esmeralda will not have a good time there, so flexing it will have a pretty good, impact on the team. The thing is, though, we've seen Sally Boy on the Esme. Hasn't really performed that well, so we'll see. But here, we do have a comment, Arashi, from High.
The key to victory against Evos, team fights. So
which they didn't do in the first game. They
kind of did, though.
They did. They kind of forced like team fights all around.
Pick offs first and then team fights. So, I mean, they were outnumbered perhaps, so not really clear 5v5. But then again, yeah, I guess team fight is the key here. Going up against Evos Legends. Yves, though, against a wall charge, real world manipulation cancelled immediately, no?
Oh, it's a Lancelot.
Yeah,
that
Lancelot.
is a spicy pick coming in from Alter Ego. I was about to mention the Uranus as well, but as you mentioned, it just feels a bit too far-fetched.
Yeah.
So I figured, honestly, a bit unlikely, but they go for the Lancelot here. And on the note of the team fights, it makes sense, right? A team that is switching in and out, a team that is new without a lot of experience playing together on the big stage, they will lose out in synergy. And team fights is where that synergy really gets exposed. So Alter Ego, a team that is very solid, always about that brotherhood and that synergy. I think it's the perfect counter to Evos for them to just force these fights again and again.
Oh, this is going to be very, very interesting to see. I don't know, the Lancelot up against Melissa. Technically, you do have a slight edge with the Phantom Execution. You can go through the go-away, but yeah, we'll see.
We'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to enter the land of Dawn for our second game between Evos Legends and Alter Ego. Let's go. Land of Dawn we go here. We'll see, can Evos Legends force a game 3 or Alter Ego winning this a clean sweep?
You know what? The Lancelot, yeah, I expected it. Demon Slayer emblem for the Lancelot. Again, we'll have, I don't know, in terms of clear, I think he's going to be all right. But again, Dreams is on the Masha.
Ooh.
So,
oh,
it's a roaming.
Masha roam.
Masha is now purple buff from Boy picked up. Dreams is able to get out here in the early stage. But with the Retribution burn, it will actually force Boy to actually go for his normal path instead of going towards the Lethal Wanderer.
Pi already taking a lot of damage. It is a counter matchup, but he'll be able to recall, managing the waves really well. But towards that mid game, it's only going to get more and more difficult, especially if Evos Legends manage to move their members around the map fast enough to capitalize on it. On the other side, though, you do see that Nino is kind of struggling against the Melissa. The range difference is quite significant, as the talent prediction by X shows that only me and Goni are on the side of Alter Ego.
Yeah, it's just you two, and the rest are blue.
We're duelated.
Duelated?
Not
Duelated.
isolated, but duelated.
Oh my, I see. Over here getting jumped on, though.
Okay, we can see here Leo Murphy with that power of nature will not be able to connect to Clover just yet. Alter Ego Esports disengaging from a fight there. Wise moves, I think, from side of Alter Ego Esports. 25 seconds on the clock for the first turtle to jump. It seems like, yeah, both teams, they are just farming.
They're just farming up, and for Alter Ego, I think the late game is quite solid, man. 3 heroes, I think, just scale really well into the late game. Versus for Evos Legends, Melissa and Yves, I guess. The range difference, though, will be the main question here. Nino has more range on that gold lane, but with the Yves in the picture, he can zone Nino out from those later stages of the fight.
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, coming into the first turtle. Oh, bottom side fight.
Oh, such a in here with that knockout strike will not land on towards Odile. Perhaps a slight mismechanic there, but the turtle will be up here. Perhaps Evos Legends, they have a slight edge. Boy is also in that vicinity.
The ultimates are on the table for both these teams, and it does seem like at a glance, I think Evos Legends have a stronger level 4, as Susujin is able to just steal that gold buff away. Retribution still ready, and now they're just trying to set up, doing their best, but Leo Murphy and Udil, they're on the mid side. The wave clear advantage is still for Alter Ego, but they are not given an opportunity to use it by Evos Legends.
All right. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, coming into the first turtle. Both teams have opted to go, actually, to not go for the turtle. They're just taking it, dancing it, playing with it so far. They don't really want to commit to it just yet because it's a bit too risky for both of them. And I don't know, Arashi. Alter Ego, they're a very fast tempo team. Now that they're playing it slow, it does feel like they are playing around Evos Legends' tempo.
Yeah, they're playing against, they're playing in a tempo that they're not used to, but at the same time, their composition really supports that as well. So I'm not sure if this is the right, the way to go, by all means. But Leo Murphy, he will be able to secure the litho. They have vision advantage right now, but it's just, again, very slow. And for Evos Legends, it's concerned since they do have lanes in the sides that should be winning a lot harder.
See here, Sitsujin trying to deal damage on towards Odile. Black shoes were popped there, slightly forced. It seems like Alter Ego and as well as Evos Legends has yet to clear a neutral objective. Perhaps the time is now. Sitsujin already poking around this turtle now. Pendragon and Leo Murphy also providing vision. Leo Murphy taking a lot of heat there. Power Nature is popped, but seems like most damage will fall to the hands of Leo Murphy. Boy there comes in, puncture. Oh, Leo Murphy with that quad charge stuns Sitsujin, and now Sitsujin lost onto that turtle. But Sally Boy with that fall. What? Rolls out play? What the heck? Alter Ego Esports, Sally Boy. He's crazy.
The Miracle Boy coming in, securing the turtle with 1 level advantage with the help of Leo Murphy.
Shush.
And that was just good to see. That was
Class.
satisfying as a Lancelot player. But Arashi, speak to me about that high and dry. We did see a lot of damage actually from Sutsujin onto Selly Boy. He almost took him down.
The issue right now is that Alter Ego, they're not splitting apart too often. They are abusing the wave clear and making sure that they roam in groups of 2 or 3, and that allows them to be relatively safe from Sutsujin and nullify the effects of that emblem as well. For Selly Boy, the Demon Slayer has paid dividends already, securing that turtle. Of course, on the back of a great stun from Leo Murphy. And what an outplay though, that caught me completely off guard. I got a bit too loud there, my bad.
That was class. That was class. And I mean, for the first 5 minutes, just one kill, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like both teams, they are going for that slow tempo, but bot side, 3 members is on Pendragon here. Can he clear? This is going to be the main agenda for side of Pendragon, but a little too much damage were taken. Pendragon.
Oh.
He got taken down bot side. Sutsujin trying to find a kill onto Spy. Take a look at that high and dry damage onto an Esmeralda. That's huge.
Not enough though to take him down. Alter Ego again. Not only are they able to get a kill, but they're almost able to convert on an objective this early on. You don't really want to see Alter Ego leading this much. Remember, in game number 1, Arashi, Alter Ego were leading in kills, but Evos Legends were able to still keep that gold lead. Now that Alter Ego are leading in every single department, Evos might actually, you know, they're going to have a tough time, I think.
Yeah, the wave clear advantage from Alter Ego is just so good. It's allowing them to get the first step, the first move from Evos Legends, and it allows them to go for these crazy dives. And there's not a lot of answer coming in from Evos Legends, because even in the buff secure, in the neutral objective department, they're still winning as well, as Dreams gets chunked and shooed away from the turtle. Taz tries to make a play, but I don't think he'll be able to do so alone.
Selly Boy here, taking the second neutral objective. Oh, bot side. Sutsujin and Pendragon will claim inner turret. So, what do you think, Arashi? 1 turret and 1 turtle for Alter Ego Esports, but an inner turret down for Evos Legends.
I think it's a smart move by Evos, knowing that, okay, we can contest right now. Let's just go and abuse the weaker side. Pi is in a counter matchup in that lane, so they can actually bully him away. Even Pendragon alone can bully him, but with the addition of Sutsujin in the area, it's just a lot more dangerous. So Evos get the value trade, and right now, it's just back to a stalemate where Alter Ego looking for opportunities to just keep scaling.
And when we're talking about Alter Ego and Evos Legends, I need to talk about the junglers even more here, right? Because Alter Ego, they've noticed the mistakes that they've been doing in the past. Now, Selly Boy, ooh, I thought he was going to go for that one, but he actually opts to get out. Oh, wow. This is interesting. I thought now that the War Axe wouldn't really be built up by the Assassins because they might actually prioritize Hunter Strike, just more burst in general, but it seems like Selly Boy is still opting for that old build with the War Axe coming in, not the Hunter Strike first item.
I guess it provides a bit more mobility as well, so we'll have to see. But, ooh, Wild Charge being used. Taz getting very low, but he escapes.
He bumped the Prince as well here. Real world population is
shotgun though.
not going to somehow, but take a look at Pi. He wants the back side, and Taz will not survive as the mid side falls as well. Dreams, though, will not come in onto his Nino just yet. He is 3 levels behind, so perhaps his effort is going to be futile. But take a look at Clover. He's isolated, and he has no chance to escape. Selly Boy here, both junglers going at it. Paquito and as well as Selly Boy will not commit to anything just yet. But man, Alter Ego Esports in a very comfortable lead.
Yeah, and back to my point, right? Alter Ego noticed that Selly Boy just prefers playing the Assassins, so they put him on Assassins. Meanwhile, Evos, we've only seen Sutsujin find success so far on one lane game on the Assassin, and mostly it's been him on utility junglers. So right now, maybe he's just not in his comfort zone on the Paquito with the high and dry. Let's take a look though as they are going to go for the turtle.
They're going for the Pendragon though in the mid side here. He escapes, but Beyond Dreams trying to open up vision. Sutsujin is already in a position that he can burst Nino down here. Sutsujin, take a look at that. He is triggering his discipline, but take a look at the real world population. Oh, Sutsujin jumps in and he gets one. And take a look at that, Selly Boy and Pi. They are going to not commit to a fight just yet, as they are going to reset the Lord as the main man, Nino, falls.
Wow, that was insane. Very good positioning by Sutsujin, looking for that flank and enabling the kill on towards Nino. Now that Nino is not here, Evos Legends can actually do the same thing Alter Ego were doing. Now they can bait Alter Ego to taking the fight in the Lord. that Nino's taken down. Pendragon jumps in, and Evos have more control. Let's see what Alter Ego can do.
Udil here needs to be careful, as well as Pi. Sally Boy waiting for the right timing. Real world manipulation pops. Udil pops the black shoes as well. Pi though in the backside, dealing damage onto his Clover, zoning him, and Sutsujin gets taken down. Lord will fall to the hands of Alter Ego Esports as Alter Ego falls, just claiming any member from side of Evos Legends, as only Taz is left.
Wait. Can they actually go for the end?
they can
15
end.
seconds here. It's Eve. Eve does not have the real world manipulation. If they play this right,
Oh my god,
they
the
can actually
Wesker.
go for it.
5 versus 1, and Taz will try to somehow bait.
No.
Oh, with that first skill, Taz will be able to clear, but the next wave is coming, and the members from side of Evos Legends are up. Base turret will not fall just yet here, as Alter Ego Esports goes for the reset.
Still very value though, right? Oh my god. Nino spawned in. Evos definitely, they didn't account for the respawn timers still being that short. They stayed a bit too long for Nino to come through. And guess what, Arashi? He didn't even need the flicker to actually deal that much damage, to actually get into range for the Wesker. And next team fight, he'll have the flicker. Meanwhile, no, actually everyone's still, Taz doesn't have the sprint, I guess, if they force a fight.
I have to see it's already
30
built
seconds.
for Nino as well. Honestly, it's always the same story. They go even,
Delay.
they lose even, and then out of nowhere, at 10 minutes, they win a fight and they get a triple kill, they get a Maniac, and just like that, Nino is back on the board. 4-1, he has a lot of damage, and what they have to see is Clover needs to be careful once again. Deja Vu is the last thing he wants to see.
Oh, very good wave manipulation here with the Guardian's Barrier as they prolong the Lord to actually get into the base. But here it is, the Siege coming in from Alter Ego.
Dreams making the front line. Base turret number 2 on the mid side will fall here, as base turret top side will not fall. Alter Ego Esports still sieging. Inner turret bot side will fall. Alter Ego Esports just dismantling the structures of Evos Legends. They are behind now at 10,000. Evos Legends manages only to pick up a kill here in 11 minutes of game time.
Looking rough again. Alter Ego, when they're snowballing like this, 9,000 gold lead, it almost feels like they are unstoppable. Nino with the snipes over the Clover. As they're gonna go for the Siege again down below.
Okay, for now, Alter Ego will not be able to take down the base turret here, bottom side, and it seems like 40 seconds to the next Lord. I'm sure that is going to be their main agenda here. Evos, I gotta ask you, Rashi, what can they do to turn this around?
They need to take Nino out of the equation. They have burst damage, but the members of Alter Ego, they're positioning so well. Sutsujin is trying and make something happen, trying to go for the 1v1s, but he gets punished instead. He will be very low. Can he get taken out?
Sutsujin taking a lot of heat, and Pi as Sally Boy, the dynamic duo here, will claim the life of Sutsujin, who is rather isolated.
What?
Now, Clover popping down with a nature rather than
Pendragon.
Pendragon will force to use that flicker to escape. 5 seconds to the Lord is Alter Ego Esports. They're just suffocating Evos Legends.
The timing could not have been better and for Alter Ego and could not have been worse for Evos Legends. They lose their jungler right as the Lord spawns, and this time it's an enhanced Lord. With this composition, they have so much dive. They also have very good siege potential with the Beatrix. All Nino needs to do is flicker on the base Arashi with the enhanced Lord, and it'll be a done deal. 11,000 gold lead will mean that even if Evos Legends try to force a team fight, Alter Ego are most likely going to win it as well.
Alter Ego will need to make a massive blunder if Evos Legends is to come back here. They have they have more early game oriented team compositions, and yet they're not winning. So right now they're on the back foot, and there's no real easy conclusion here. They can use the real manipulation to try and zone Nino away from these fights, and then maybe if Alter Ego overextends, they can try and get something, but that is such wishful thinking. I really don't think it's realistic at all.
The base is very exposed here as Clover trying to somehow delay. And
Nino.
look at the bot side. Oh, Black chooses spot as Nino will focus on the base. Alter Ego Esports clean as sweeping Evos Legends. Ladies and gentlemen, this is MPL ID Season 10.